Hey, thank you for coming back. And today I'd like to talk to you about a wireless microphone. It's not a USB or USB Type-C microphone. It's actually for Apple products or like the iPhone, iPad type thing, where it connects through the Lightning port. And it's this one right here, the 7 Rhymes. I really hope I said that correctly, and hopefully it's not 7 Rims. But 7 Rhymes Remo S1LN 2.4 gigahertz dual channel wireless microphone. Oh my God, that's a mouthful. But basically, it's a wireless microphone that you can use on your iPad and iPhone, things of that nature. Now, inside the box, you do get a nice little instruction sheet, not a manual. I don't know why they call it a manual, it's just a fold-out piece of paper. You get some warranty information, certification card, and this little thing here for, I guess you scan this and you can get a user manual online or something of that nature. Of course, you get a charging cable, which is USB Type-C. Before I go any further, on the transmitters themselves, let's see how good this is going to come out. You get this, on each one, you get 2 of them. Get this little piece of blue plastic on there. Make sure you pull that off when you charge it. Now, this is the case it comes in. Of course, the branding here. Nothing on either side. But on the bottom is the USB Type-C charging port. There's a little LED light here that'll go on when it's charging and to let you know when it's fully charged, things of that nature. And you simply open it up, and as you can tell already, you do got a digital readout of how much battery life is left in the case, because yes, there is a battery inside the case. Now, this is the transmitter itself. As you can tell right there, there's the Lightning connection. It has the 7 Rhymes branding on it. And pretty much that's really it. There's like a little tiny light here that it's a red indicator light. It'll flash when it needs to be paired, but once you turn one of the microphones on, it'll stay a steady red light. The other cool thing about it is right here they got a through port for charging. So like if your phone is running low on power or your iPad is, you can plug a charging cable in and it'll start charging your phone and or iPad. Now, like I said, you do get 2 of these. And by the way, see, here's the brass contacts, and that's what the little blue tape or whatever it is covering. So you need to pull that off in order for you to start charging these. You got a USB Type-C port here, which is actually for headphone monitoring of your audio. Here's the microphone capsule itself. There's a little LED light there to tell you when it's turned on, when it's obviously turned off, and we'll get more into that. Of course, on the clip, you have the branding, and it's a nice clip. Right there is the power switch, and it's the same thing on both. So one of the cool things about this is if you're doing a podcast or streaming or something and it's you and somebody else, you can have them wear one of these and you wear one and both of you can be heard. And inside the case, right there on the bottom, is the charging right here. Do you see the little 3 dots on each one? That's the battery contacts. This does not have a battery inside it because it uses the battery power from your iPad. Now it is plug and play. Basically you plug it in and boom, it's ready to go. And the sampling rate of each transmitter or microphone is 48 Hertz at 16 bits. It does have a DSP noise reduction chip inside it. I may have said noise cancellation in the test video, but it's just noise reduction. With the case, you get up to 16 hours of run time. So that means not 16 hours per microphone. It's like once this goes dead, you pop it in. You can start using this one while this one's charging, and you'll get up to 16 hours. Now, it is a 2.4 gigahertz transmission with a range up to 165 feet or 50 meters. And that's in an open environment, not like you walking around your house or something of that nature. And also pretty much line of sight. So like if you're going behind brick walls, a garage or stuff like that, or a lot of fluorescent, especially fluorescent lighting, you may not get that range, okay? The frequency response of each microphone is 80 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So there's not a whole lot of like really low end in here. It's more of a natural sound that these microphones produce, not that deep, rich podcast sound that some people are so used to hearing. I already told you about there, and these are omnidirectional microphones, meaning it's picking up audio from everywhere, not cardioid, meaning in only one spot. Now, each one of these microphones has a 95 milliamp hour battery built into it. The case itself has a 400 milliamp hour battery. And charging can range anywhere from 2 to 8 hours. And of course, that does depend upon how depleted not just the battery in the case is, but how depleted the microphone batteries are. Now, once you're charging, say you used up the battery in both microphones, you pop them in here, and this is down to like say 1%. It will still charge the battery in the case and the microphones at the same time. But depending upon how low you ran the batteries on these things, it's going to take possibly up to 8 hours for it to charge. Now, I do got a test video for you. And by the way, right now, if it sounds a lot different right now compared to some of my other videos, it's because I'm using the built-in microphones of the iPad for this video. I wanted you to hear what the microphones built into the iPad sound like compared to these, or this microphone, however you want to call it. And so you can hear, you know, like the air conditioning just shut off, unfortunately, but my chair's creaking. So I do got ceiling fans on in the store. I had the air conditioning on, so you probably even heard that while I was talking. But enough of that. Let me stop talking and show you the test video of these things in action where you'll see it. And then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts. What you are hearing now is the 7 Rhymes wireless microphone in action. I am way back here in the back of the store. I have air conditioning running, I got my ceiling fans running, and I got our TV playing videos of fireworks that constantly plays every day. Now, the whole point of this test right now is distance, which I was probably about a good anywhere from 80 to 90 feet away from the receiver, and also to see about having background noise in the store, or in your case, wherever you may be. Now, right now, as you can see, the ceiling fans are going. I'm pretty much almost underneath a air conditioning vent, which is right over there. And yes, the TV is still playing right back there in the background. Now I'm going to stay quiet for a few seconds to see if you can hear any of this. Now, let me take this off. As you see, the light is just strictly green. That is supposed to mean no noise cancellation. So if I press the power button one time, you're going to see it flash, and you see how it's kind of like a red-green in there? Let me put this back on. Now that's supposed to have noise canceling function turned on. Now, so far during this test, I was always in line of sight with the receiver, meaning the microphone or transmitter is in line of sight of the receiver. So there's really no way for the signal to have been blocked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk way back over there again by the TV, but this time with my back to the receiver to see if there's any interference with the microphone signal. Here we go. So yeah, right now I'm just going to almost kind of like ramble on a little bit, just so you can keep hearing my voice this whole time to see if there's any kind of interference with the signal coming from the 7 Rhymes microphone to the receiver that's hooked up onto my iPad. Now I am pretty much right where I started from in the beginning of this video, standing right in front of the TV with my back to the iPad. And there you go. You can hear hopefully you heard some of the fireworks. And here I am again, way over here. Now I'm going to walk back again to the iPad, this time once again in line of sight, to see if you can hear anything or if it cuts out any of the background noise, especially the TV, because I imagine me standing so close to the TV, the noise cancellation probably didn't work as well. So this way, as I get closer to the iPad and to the receiver, farther away from that noise, the noise cancellation might be actually kicking in and doing its job. Now, I'm probably about a good 5 feet away from the iPad right now. If I step forward, see, I can touch it. So I'm probably about a good 5 feet away from it right now with the noise cancellation turned on. And I'm going to stay quiet to see if you hear the air conditioning, ceiling fans, or the TV. TV right back there. Okay, so that was a good enough test. Hopefully that was a good test for you. It was pretty long. It was a good couple minutes long. And hopefully this gives you a really good idea of what this microphone sounds like. Okay, so this is just going to be really quick, I hope. I actually took out the receiver, and here's the microphone itself. And right now what you're listening to is audio from the built-in microphones of the iPad. So I'm going to stay quiet. Let's see what you can hear, including this TV right in the back. Let's see if it even picks up that noise. Okay, so you heard the microphone in action, and then you heard the built-in microphones of my iPad in action in a pretty noisy environment. And it's up to you to decide which one's better. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that test video. And if things sound a little bit more different right now, it's because I'm actually wearing one of the 7 Rhymes wireless microphones right here. And as you can tell, there's just a green light going on. Yes, I'm flipping it back and forth, and there's a reason for this. Now, the air conditioning is on. Ceiling fans are going. No, I shut the TV off. And this is what it's going to sound like right now with just the microphone and everything. Now, if I press the power button again, you've seen it flash. Now, if I turn it back and forth a little bit, you should see, hold on. See the little red light when I flash it back and forth? I mean, you know, you got to kind of do that to see it. Now, sorry for the noise. Okay, technically right now this should be the noise canceling function. So hopefully it kind of cut out a lot more of the background noise. Well, not, yeah, noise reduction. So maybe it reduced a lot of it. I'm really hoping. So now you're actually hearing this as opposed to the built-in microphones of the iPad. So what do I think of the 7 Rhymes, or 7 Rims, whatever it may be is, the Remo S1L1. And I think these are a great microphone to have. In my testings, it seems like they might be a little quieter than the normal USB microphone I use, but that could be just me. And it has more of a natural tone to it, which means it's a little bit more on the higher end range, not that deep bass, boomy podcast type sound. And it's not bad. It does reduce a lot. Everything I've done in testing reduced a lot of the background noise. and they sound really, really good. And the run times, the price of this microphone, the range you get out of it, the noise reduction function of it all, I think it's definitely worth getting. Um, yeah, okay, granted that the case may be a little bit big, but you know what? If you're on the go, you're doing vlogging, podcast, whatever it may be, streaming, gaming, whatever, just even making regular old YouTube videos, especially with your iPhone or iPad like I am right now, this is a good microphone to have. You don't have to have anything wired up. This is smaller compared to me bringing in my USB microphone all the time. It's a lot quicker to set up, and I have no worries about it. So yeah, the 7 Rhymes Remo S1LN wireless microphone is definitely worth you investing some money in and getting if you make content type of a thing. Heck, even just for Zoom calls, FaceTime, Skyping, whatever it may be. If you use your iPads or your phones for that type of thing, it might be worth getting just so you have better audio. And if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget about that notification bell. It would really help me out a lot if you were to share this video and maybe a few of my others, I kind of mumbled through that, on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.